to be a young man. I don't want you to kill this nobody. This is what so he like,
don't go and shoot that fire. So black children are being destroyed by God. Because you have the seeds of destruction that is being sown into the children from birth, reinforced, nurtured, and watered throughout the time of their existence of growing up by guys like Finesse Two Times, by guys like Uncle Wayne, teaching a nigga how to pimp when I'm 9 years old. Makes sense? I ain't want to start preaching, but I sound like a motherfucking preacher, don't y'all? I sound like a motherfucking preacher. I ain't want to start preaching, but we got to make sense of this destructive culture. We got to make sense of it because it's destroying us. It's destroying white people. It's destroying black children.
The following contest is a gauntlet. The rules of the match are as follows. Two superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Eliminations can occur by pinfall or submission. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
The Scottish powerhouse of the women's division.
And from Ayrshire, Scotland, Piper Niven.
No nonsense, no more gimmicks, just Piper Niven. And all she wants to do is drop the competition.
That was decent, Corey.
I have my moments.
Wow, got to go to jail. I want you to look around and every room. In every room that team exists in.
Piper Niven looking to make a name for herself tonight.
Yeah, how many of this men is in the room with that baby? In the bar. How many have been with them?
Yeah, and moving on right into the room.
She is a woman who is here
to do some
to take control.
Have I ever tried some sugar boy? Like, never. I'm not with that. I'm like a sister. Not respecting sugar boy. I look at you like a sister. I love her.
You know, with everything Bailey has accomplished, I still wonder why she's just so unpleasant, so hostile all the time.
Christmas Eve.
Well, maybe you should just mind your business, Saxton, because you're talking about the first women's Grand Slam champion, the first women's Triple Crown winner. And not only is Bailey physical in the ring, but she can beat you mentally as well. Yeah, Bailey's new attitude was very upsetting for fans who have supported Bailey for years. You include yourself in that group, Saxton, because I find it apropos when Bailey calls you an idiot.
She doesn't mean it. Does she?
But man, all the stuff that he's doing, I did that. Those skills are fake, and there was a
We'll see if she'll rely on her skill or shortcuts tonight. Oh, Cole, you are going to get such a scolding tonight.
But everything he's saying is not real. I just had to bring this to y'all for CPS, try to do something, anything. He was smoking with me, giving me drugs, man. He told guns around me. Yeah, I got one time he was in, if you look on this video, I can't go to jail. If you go back, they got a high speed chase, and I was in a car. They didn't think about saying, hey, bro, look, King got the comment, he's a child, fool. Hey, fool, on some real, actually man stuff. Hey, King, fool.
Every superstar dreams of a history-making opportunity like this.
Taking home 2 titles on one night will put you up in rarefied air.
Long story short, it's great. And I just want to address this to y'all.
And almost
I
everyone.
never went around him. I want to make that clear. He never sent me back home. He be texting my phone talking about some, whenever you want to come back and act like a child. Bro, why would you try to, you kept me off the internet, bro. Then you try to switch my image up. You came and got me for who I am, and then you gonna try to change me for who I am. I'm who I am. That's how the internet know me. And any people who looking at me as a bad kid, I'm not. I'm an actually great person. You gotta get to know me, my nigga. And I hate that people actually think like the stuff that he's doing. He did things for me. But he wasn't, I didn't get mad because he didn't buy me no designer clothes. He didn't even buy me no designer clothes like that. Niggas had to actually like beg him type. But the only time he bought me like designer clothes, like, hey, whenever you gonna get some for my video shoot, whenever we going to a show, like he didn't care how I dressed when I went to shows, like stuff like that, man. And man, I'm just trying to address this to y'all, man. He's a conniving person, and it's paperwork that he tried to say he gave.
Obviously, LeBron with the block, Kai with the shot over Steph Curry. Talk to us a little bit about, from your perspective, of being down 3-1 in the finals, and what that locker room is like, what that environment is like, and ultimately, what led to y'all coming back into that series. There's a lot of things, man. It's not just one thing. You played for Chiefs for a long time. You know how team is, man. It's his demeanor, how he carries himself, his preparation. If you don't play for Chiefs,
it's on now. Zion Lee is entering the gauntlet.
He's a player's coach. After game 2, we were in Golden State. And like I said, man, me personally, being from the Bay, I'm from the Bay, family and friends understand, they were kicking our ass. If you go back and watch the film, Draymond was in front of our bench just talking noise. He was clowning. They were taunting our bench. Clay was in front of our bench, and I'm sitting behind the bench the game, and I'm fuming. I'm furious. I'm getting crazy. I'm pressing that big line in the second round. When the game ended, we were walking off the floor, and I say, Coach, you mind if I say something to the team? I can't handle this. So we get in the locker room. He was like, say what you need to say. And when I tell you I blacked out, Listen, somebody told me, they was like, yo, our owners were in the locker room. Somebody was like, yo, bro, you this.
Fishing for something beneath the ring.
I was just so mad. Like, yo, finals. These dudes are kicking our ass. They talking shit in front of our bench. They crying. They talking us. Like, no, we're not good like that. And I just really wanted to just infuse the team in the sense of, come on, man, we gotta compete, man. We can't let these contests like this. And I didn't know them. They said I was a player. Stay tuned. And so, we went back to Cleveland, man, and the fellas, they responded. They responded to that, but they responded to just competing. And we won game 3. We ended up losing game 4. And we get into the locker room, and 2 weeks so hot, man. They were super hot. We was down 3-1 for people made us the end of the world, but you still like, man, we still got up there, that's it. Man, Team Lou was like, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If you don't think we can win game 5, don't get on the bench. And John was like, oh yeah. And now it's good. Y'all in, guys, look away. We get on the plane, and then that game 5, that's probably one of the most difficult things. Listen, watching
that's the 40 piece, right?
Watching Kyrie and Brown,
that's the 40 piece.
We still have to win the game. Them cats still had to compete and perform. And that's probably one of the most epic duo performances I've ever seen in my life. Them cats, they went to work. And it was like, all they said was, we get back to Cleveland, it's over. And our fans, when we got back to Cleveland, boy, the energy that they, and people tell me, Cleveland fans in the playoffs, there's ruckus in there. Yeah. Especially during LeBron games, there's ruckus in there, bro. And that fan base, game 6, tip off, they Golden State for no chance. And you get to that point in the playoffs, and you got game 7, you say, like, okay, everybody's good, it don't matter. Everybody's good. But in the series, let's just go right. But the thing I loved about it, man, was he learned his challenge. He was just calm and we prepared for it. Their names are great. But again, surprise for me of understanding their coaching mentality.
Could you sense after y'all winning and going back to Golden State for Game 7? Could y'all sense that? All right, the momentum it's in our favor now. Like this obviously you got to go beat them, but this is ours to win it at this point.
Yeah, because you don't have to beat just the players. You know how to go beat beliefs, right? The belief in it.
Believe in it. Yeah.
Just like everybody was bought in. Everyone. From LeBron on down to our last player on the bench. And everybody was so locked in. It was just like, fellas, man, it's one game, 48 minutes. And we already know we can beat them on their home court. And it was just like, just bring your hard hat. And here's another thing. Game 5, T. to put some money in the locker room, in the ceiling. I forgot how much it was. Somebody told us that story, didn't they? He put it up in the locker room. You remember that old locker room in the Coliseum, Pete?
Yeah.
He put it up in there. He said, "Oh, yo, we coming back here to get this money for Game 7." And it was just like, after we won the finals, and we were sitting there celebrating. He was like, "Hey, y'all thought I forgot, man? We got this money up here in the ceiling." That's awesome. Bro, we was in there celebrating. We was in there celebrating, man. I had wrote on a piece of paper years ago, I want to be one of the best trainers in the world. And in order to do that, you have to work with the best players in the world. And so that motivation was, here's a kid up there, Kobe Bryant, is in LA. You better take this job. And really, for me, it became a challenge to go, can I earn his respect as a trainer? The things that I do and the things that I teach really qualify and really get them the best players to ever play the game. And so that was the challenge. That was really the baseline of why I said, and John hired me, and the first day on the job, he just told me, he said, "Listen, I don't care what you do, or how you do it, just make sure all these things are working." And at the time, the Lakers had to get the high to play the development coach before. So I was kind of like the first new Barry Allen. He was kind of like the first true, I was like a shooting coach for them. So we were like the first true full-time player development coaches in 2011. That was an opportunity to work around, can I build a relationship with coach? And we got 13 years later. So that part of it, I had to figure out a way to build a relationship with him. I had to figure out a way to earn his trust. And I was going to reach out to him about not letting him fight me, man. That resonated with me. That's not what there's a thing you got to test people. He would just test you, just see if you can stand up for yourself in a different kind of fashion. And so when I got hired, man, he would come out. You're not the one people obviously he would be able to hide in. He would bring guys working. You know, I just started looking at the guys at 8 o'clock. We practice at 10. He was stuck his head out of the training and it watched for like a minute, and then he fell back in. And he did this for like a week straight. Before, and then finally one day, I was out there in the court. We just walked over the training room and jumped in the drills. And I was, you know, I was like, okay, damn. So I got my shit like he jumped in the drill, and you know, I was showing stuff, and he was like, okay. And he would go through the drills. So he stayed out there for about 15 minutes, broke sweat, and then left. And went back in the training room. A few days later, he shot me a text and said, hey, be here at the gym at 5 o'clock. And that's how our relationship started. From that, just took from the previous. He respected my work ethic. I was always there early. I always stayed late. I was always in the court with really on the floor, and he respected my work ethic as a rookie coach. He saw what I was doing. He saw that I understood the nuances of what I was teaching. And I think our first workout, the coach, he said 17 years old, he got him 30 grand. Now, my very first question to him was, how can I help you get better? How can I help you? What things you want to work on? Besides, I want to continue to get better in my ball hand. I want to keep sharp with my footwork and continue to work on my separation and my jump. It was he really wanted. And so that made it a whole lot easier for me to really try to dive in, just collaborate with them, and trying to just help them out continue to do work, man.
Did you kind of have like a preset idea of going into the situation? Like, obviously, Kobe is well around every quarter, but did you kind of have taken a job, have a kind of preset idea of like, all right, if I get Kobe in the training set, this is what I want to work on with Kobe? And was it, you know, just kind of, was it the direction you needed? Was Kobe telling exactly what I need? And then having the experience was the kind of thing.
Well, I knew that I had the opportunity to do the job. Yeah, I did my own research on my own team. I had made my own mock-ups on every play of just what I saw, this strength, and this story that if I had a chance to work with them, the biggest thing I saw with Cole was he was such a vertical player. You guys are very vertical, right? But you're able to the verticality get people off balance and drop down into a low stance. And the thing I told you when I first started working with him, you're so vertical, you're long. I was going to convince your number and be really tired and you can look at your body to come sharp with your number. I remember the first time I said that to him, he was looking at me like, what kind of injury? It's so I, you know, I've done my research with video and this. I showed him a couple of games. He was like, okay, that makes sense. And just, that was really the only thing for him, because he was so, I thought I was good at footwork. That was a whole other master class when I was working with him. I always tell people all the time, as coaches, it's not just us teaching the players, but you got to teach me. I learn so much from all of you guys in the sense of just understanding. You all kind of know the classes. So let me learn from you things that you do well so that I can help accentuate the game. And then he was gracious for a lot of questions. He had questions in the sense of just, oh, why do you do this? He would give me workouts and he would stay in one spot for 45 minutes. Like, it's a matter. You go in time for yourself, and you go to the left block, and you go there for 45 minutes, and you get up and out a turnaround jump shot for 45 minutes, and then a full sweat.
Why the
the mental capacity that you have to have for that, and people don't understand that. And he was being a full-on sweat after that 45 minutes of just being in one spot.
Some size happen again. That's not.
That pissed me off. God damn. Excuse me, bro.
Yes.
Fuck, man. Whole nigga shit. No, I don't want
I know the Lord is. We know that your true greatness comes from within. And when you live with a chronic condition, it's that much more difficult.
fucking simple shit. I don't like replaying shit, so
embrace it. And don't let your condition define you.
because I already lost. So.
That's comparable with Kawhi, man. That's why when I seen Kawhi work, like, you know, I never got the chance to work with Cole, but working out with Kawhi on the one-on-one setting.
Oh, damn.
And it was just, like, I get what people say about Cole. Like, I've never trained like this. Kawhi would go to one spot, 25 makes. I'm thinking, all right, cool, we're going to go to the other side. No, it's a different move.
Wow.
What you gonna do if they do this?
Get the fuck out of here. Bitch came in number one and really won.
And then it's a counter off that. And I'm like, damn, like, I've
That's
never trained
crazy.
like this. Like, this
She
is
came in
like,
number one.
I get
Really
why
won.
you're special and you can get to your spots and you know, you're a rep. And I get it. So I can only imagine what it looks like with Cole, man.
And Pete, he would,
That's
like,
impressive.
as a coach, you had to be in shape to work out with him because he would beat you. He would beat you up. Like it was full on. Like, yeah, no, mofo, don't get tired. Don't get tired now. He wanted to feel the contact. He wanted to feel your body. He wanted to feel to where he can really work on his counters in an instinctual manner. And it was a masterclass for me, like I said, because people, to that point, I had never trained like that either. And so he was, you know, some days he was like, all right, Pete, I need to do this. And then some days he was like, man, I'm not moving from this spot. You know, so he was one of those dudes where he kind of knew what he wanted. Some days he wanted a bit more freedom, and other days he was just like, nah, I need to be right here. I'm not moving. And now I need to, and the first time I asked him, I was like, explain that to me, bro. Like, and so his response was, man, listen, I want to be able to get to this spot on the floor, and it doesn't matter who's guarding, how many defenders, if I get, we did this last year, so we're going to do it again. I've given you the opportunity to submit one prediction in the WWE or maybe outside of the WWE that you think will happen in 2025. And me, in my infinite wisdom, I'm going to comment on them, most likely roast them and tell you why. And then next year we can review them to see how good or how most likely terrible your predictions were. As always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications. If you're a wrestling fan, I know that you're going to fall in love with his YouTube channel because we always upload daily wrestling content. Don't forget, if you want even more daily wrestling content, come pick up a Patreon, patreon.com/SockSzap. Over there, you're going to get so much more extra content that we never upload here on YouTube. Link in the description. Go check it out. All right, well, let's see. What's the good shit you sent in? Hopefully some good stuff, too. Charlotte Flair holds 2 different titles in 2025. So I think that this is a really strong and a really realistic prediction for Charlotte Flair in general for a couple of reasons. One, she's been gone from the WWE because of an injury for all of 2024, and I know that when she comes back, they're going to cover that woman from the head to toe in gold. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 certain things in life: death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair winning championship gold whenever she comes back from injury. Imagine how many championships she's going to win when she comes back from a year-long hiatus. On top of that, there's just so many more championships for Charlotte Flair to win.
The greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Now you have the U.S.
No cap.
Intercontinental Championship.
Even though Bayley my favorite, Charlotte's my number 2.
You're 40 spots. I think that we're going to be seeing various different titles in 2025.
And it's not like they just give her titles. Her wrestling backs that shit
I'll
up.
tell you right now, so many of the submissions for this video were X person is going to win a championship at some point in 2025. And many of them were just incredibly unrealistic, but I still put the few to discuss here, no Bronson, because this is an interesting
interesting one. Bronson Reed was on the cusp of being this main event guy that could be challenging for world titles at any moment, but this injury has really derailed this situation. And the fact of the matter is that when it comes to 2025, Bronson Reed's window to win a world championship is just going to be narrower than other main event guys because he's out for an injury. And he knows that he's going to be out for an injury. Probably up much older than that, especially how bad that injury is. So you mentioned towards the end of the year, could this potentially happen? I could see a world potentially, but if I were to pick one, it would likely be a world where Bronson Reed is in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. But even then, when you look at the names that are going to be involved in that championship picture in 2025, like Seth Rollins, CM Punk, probably Personal, likely John Cena as well, it just makes it difficult to think that 2025 is going to be the year that Bronson Reed wins one of the big championship belts. So I'm going to say I don't think that it happens in 2025, but 2026, I feel like it's a bit more realistic. You will apologize in 2025. At this pace, I don't think so. Someone active in AEW shows up in the Rumble. I feel like hell is going to freeze over before that happens, but then again, I thought that hell would freeze over before CM Punk would return to the WWE, and yet here we are. I think it's more likely that we get somebody from TNA again like we did last year with Jordan Grace. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a Joe Hendry or Nick Namath or somebody from the men's side of TNA coming over to the men's Royal Rumble. That would be an interesting twist compared to what we did last year with the women. But and something from AEW, not in a million fucking years. CM Punk will be world champion. I think so too. And I think that it's going to happen in the first quarter of 2024. I wouldn't be surprised
which I'm cool with. He deserves it.
WrestleMania. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into WrestleMania as the world champion, or at the very least challenge for the championship at WrestleMania. I feel like the CM Punk championship window is really a wide open. It can happen at any moment in the year. But this feels as the most appropriate going into WrestleMania, especially considering that big portion of the storyline going on with CM Punk is that he's never main evented WrestleMania. And I feel like getting a world championship opportunity or is a great way to check off the box that is a CM Punk WrestleMania main event. So I'm going to say that yes, this does happen. Money in the bank. Dude, I think it could happen. I actually think that it could happen, considering Logan Paul has already kind of called his shot for the World Heavyweight Championship. Logan Paul has been one of the marquee figures for a number of years. Netflix appearing in all of the marketing, appearing at the press conference. I could see it, especially considering he's announcing that he's going to be like a more full-time performer on Monday Night Raw. I'll believe it till I see it. But, dude, if there is actually somebody that the Money in the Bank briefcase would be perfect on, it's actually Logan Paul. It really genuinely is. As much as I hated him as United States champion because he barely showed up, if he's actually going to be there more often, I feel like the briefcase is kind of perfect for him. And here's the thing, even if he isn't as active as advertised, the briefcase might still be perfect because skippers can't put the goddamn briefcase holder anyway. So if the briefcase holder is off of TV doing podcasts and having boxing fights, fine. That's fine. At least it's out of sight, out of mind, and the briefcase can come back with Logan Paul at any moment. This is a really fascinating with the possibility, and I kind of don't hate it. So I'm going to say, yeah, Logan Paul is Mr. Money in the Bank. John Cena doesn't bring number 17 into SummerSlam. In the next main event versus Vince, I could see this as a possibility, especially because of how just jam-packed that WrestleMania picture is for both World Championships right now. You would assume that names like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre are all going to be hovering over that World Heavyweight Championship, but it might be difficult to find a spot for John Cena to win that World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. I still think it's, a strong likelihood. But the fact that WWE is now moving towards a two-night SummerSlam, they're going to want to make sure that people have eyeballs reach that show. They want to be able to showcase that a two-night SummerSlam is absolutely worthwhile for these cities to bid on, and so that it's absolutely worthwhile, so that maybe one day they can do a two-night Royal Rumble. There's a lot at stake for this two-night SummerSlam to be successful, because it'll lead to more future opportunities for WWE to expand other shows. And having a John Cena championship match and victory at this upcoming first ever two-night SummerSlam, I think is a big enough deal and a big enough trophy to showcase to make this two-night SummerSlam be successful. So I like it, but I think it happened before. The Rock versus Roman Reigns will happen this year and will main event night 2 of WrestleMania 41. And it's funny that this has to be a prediction because I feel like for a while it just sort of felt like a foregone conclusion that this is where we're going to go. But as of the making of this video, all of the rumors say that The Rock is not factored into storylines, that The Rock is not going to be at WrestleMania 41, that The Rock's schedule is too busy, yada, 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 okay? We've heard it all. However, this is still very much on the table. And I feel like if it's available, do it. Just do it. Like, don't put it off for another year. Just do it. Like, child up. Just do it. This must happen. Finn Balor is World Heavyweight Championship at this point is just like, okay, is this thing up in the air? It's like imaginary floating piece of imagination that everybody wanted to be so real. But just like imagination, it's not real. It's likely not going to manifest into something real in this physical world that we live in because it seems like anyone is capable of winning championship gold except this fucking dude here, Finn Balor. As much as we've been wanting him to win world championship gold, it just seems like it's never going to be in the books for WWE. Even when it makes the most amount of sense for them to pull the trigger on Finn Balor, they still refuse to pull the trigger on Finn Balor. Under 99.9% of circumstances, I would say it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. However, we've seen the WWE just sort of flip the switch with people, and they did it with Shinsuke Nakamura. Granted, that wasn't world gold, but it was gold of some sort, and all of a sudden, Shinsuke Nakamura goes from irrelevant, disappearing from the face of the earth to becoming a champion on main WWE television. I think that happened for Finn Balor as well. Frankly, I don't know it's wrong to, but it's true. The possibility is out there. But I'm going to say that Big Dude AJ will have a one-on-one program with MJF at some point in AEW. Well, I personally would love to see this, even though that I know that these great people, the people that are WWE travelers will point to it and say, hey, these guys, AEW is fucking dead. Look, Costco dead, this is the top guy, MJF. And then the AEW guys will also probably be pissed about it. Like, there's going to be an invasion of the internet wrestling community where MJF has to go up against Big Dude AJ, and I would love to see it. To me, that would be fun. But, you know, the internet wrestling community doesn't like fun. We've learned that throughout the years. If it's fun, if it's silly, then it's fucking lame, according to them, alright? I personally think it would be entertaining. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. Big Dude AJ is a big name. See, as much as people want to deny it in the social media world, he do. He brings eyeballs to AEW, which is something that they desperately need going into 2025. It's not that it's going to happen. I'm not going to say that, you know, for sure that's going to happen. But if it does happen, I'm not bitching more about it. I'm going to sit down and enjoy it because it'll probably be fun, especially because he's probably going to roast the pro wrestler. Over the holidays, there are so many sports betting opportunities for you to be able to take advantage of over on MyBookie. You have NFL Christmas games, NBA Christmas games, you have all of the college football bowl games, you have the World Junior Hockey World Championship, and more. And with the 12 days of Christmas events live right now over on MyBookie, there's so many extra opportunities for you to be able to cash in. Whether it's the risk-free Thursday Super Boost and freeze bets or the weekly casino giveaways, MyBookie has you covered over the holidays. And if you do end up going to MyBookie, make sure that you use promo code SANKI with your first deposit because MyBookie will put a little bit of a, shall we say, extra holiday cheer alongside your initial deposit. Again, folks, that is promo code SANKI. I'll put the direct link to MyBookie as well in the comment section. But that's it, folks. Happy betting, and let's get back to the video. Kairi Sane will win singles gold in WWE for the first time in 7 years. I mean, there's absolutely nothing as of the making of this video that makes me believe that that's a possibility. Like, nothing at all. Even when they had an opportunity to make a name for her as a single star in this women's intercontinental championship tournament, they laid her out. Frankly, injuries happen. It is what it is. But again, I'm just kind of using the potential clues that we have in the world today, and nothing points to a potential Kairi Sane push in 2025. So I'm going to say probably not. I predict that Logan Paul will become the world heavyweight champion in the year 2025 because if you make Triple H and all the producers see how good he is and know how many eyes he can bring to the WWE, and having him bring the world title everywhere with him will help him. So here's the thing. Everything you just said, we said about Logan Paul when he was challenging for the United States Championship. And you saw giant, colossal disappointment that ended up being. If Logan Paul is actually more of a full-time performer when he joins Raw Network, then maybe I can get on board with it. But if he's not, if he is this still part-timer like he was when he was the United States champion, I don't want to see this. I've already seen a taste of what it would be like, and it's not very good. Let the poor taste in my mouth and in your mouth and in all of our mouth. But if he is more of a full-time performer, I'm open to the idea. But I'm more open to the idea of Mr. Money in the Bank right now than I am a World Heavyweight Championship run. I feel like I believe that these two things, like with a Money in the Bank briefcase run, before I can jump in into the water and say, yeah, World Heavyweight Champion. By no means wins Money in the Bank 2025. Did I say no? I somehow see him more as a pivotal ring. So I'm going to forget that instead. Drew McIntyre winning the World title in 2025 is going to be his year. I mean, 2024 was already the year of Drew McIntyre, but 2025 is already shaping up to be even better, and I do think that at some point he wins the title in 2025. Alexa Bliss will return during the Royal Rumble. I hope so. It's at that point, at the Rumble, it will have been 2 years since we've seen Alexa Bliss. I feel like she's return. I mean, if she's ready to return, I'd like to see her come back. I feel like the Royal Rumble's a good night too. I don't think Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill is happening at WrestleMania. I mean, I highly disagree. I feel like the story that they're telling right now is really conducive to get us to Jade Cargill versus Bianca at WrestleMania 41. I mean, like, the easiest of ways. Like, they want you to go away from it if they do the correct storyline, and they want to do it, it's right there. So I think that, yeah, it does happen at WrestleMania 41. So I disagree. If the fact is it's a world title, I think that'll be too soon. I feel like at 2027, or maybe even 2026, I could see it, but not 2025. Maybe at the Rumble and a new triple threat match at WrestleMania 41. I feel like that's really hopeful thinking, and I'm glad that you're hopeful about the situation with Big E, but I really feel like Big E is done with professional wrestling. The very least for the significant foreseeable future, because what they did with the meeting Big E, to me, was also a message to tell us Big E is not coming back. Stop asking if Big E is coming back, because we need to allow Xavier Woodley, Kofi Kingston to flourish on their own without that ever-looming presence and question of when will Big E return. This dismantling of Big E, to me, kind of signals that Big E is not coming back anytime soon. So I'm not predicting Big E in 2025. To sign with the WWE and wins a championship. I agree. I think that she does both of those things. The question is it going to be the main roster or is it going to be NXT? She's been introduced hopefully to the main roster with her appearance at the World Rumble, but she's been introduced properly into NXT, having championship baggage, hopefully into NXT. So that's the question. Do you put her in NXT where the NXT universe already knows her? Has she already done enough in NXT where the WWE can say, you're going to just appear on the main roster? Obviously, from like an experience standpoint, she's ready for the main roster. It's just a question of, like, do they want to find her a little bit more in NXT or just let her loose on the main roster? I'm going to say main roster of NXT. Aleister Black will make his return to WWE to be a key player in the new card scene. Oh, okay, Aleister Black. I don't know what his contract situation is. I know that it seemed to be like fairly dodgy a couple of months ago, and I'm very fan Ross Atwood. I don't keep track of that stuff. But it's the possibility of Aleister Black, Malachi Black, as he's known for early in AEW. If he's able to return to the WWE, I'm all for it. And I'm him, you know, if I like it over there, and if I see how good WWE is, if I see Triple H is the one that didn't think, I'm kind of seeing the grass is greener on the other side. Like, holy shit, can he join the Judgment? No, yeah, I'm gonna have Gable will finally win a singles title. Thank you, baby. I mean, how long have we been saying this, folks? How long?